Yeah, eventually I'll be a professional and we'll get this done properly. But hello, people. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Why are you acting weird? Why are you doing... Why the bad thing? Why the bad thing? Hi! Hello. Welcome back to our little campaign. We are back in it with more dungeon crawling. Well, actually, that's what we're starting with, is dungeon crawling for the first time in, like... Gosh, how long has it been since any of us have properly run through a dungeon? Been a minute, right?
Yeah, a minute.
Oh. Good news is, we're good to go. We are down a player today. Don't mind my tea drinking habits. Occasionally just need a handle.
He has been fed to the carrion crawlers.
Yes, Justice is not able to join us today. Life happens. And life comes before games, sadly. We aren't at a position yet where life is games, so hopefully we'll get there. Hopefully. So, you guys... Anyone want to do the recap?
I think last time it was mostly us traveling, getting final affairs in order, and traveling to the swamp, where, you know, someone wanted to cheat us a shit ton of money for a boat. We ended up getting it for much cheaper. Got some more info and realized that the reason so many disappearances at this dungeon are due to them being petrified. And making a strategy on how to approach. In search of, I forget the name of the tome, but
It is the...
that was spicy.
I had it up a little bit ago. If I open up this book, it'll probably pop it right up in front of me. Or not. What are you doing? What are you doing, tablet? What are you doing? Quit being weird. I know it was the... It is a codex. And I had it written... Where are you? All my magic items. Right in front of my face.
While the DM is looking up that, do we have a plan? Or is
Not
it just
yet.
be careful?
So far, it's just be careful.
The Codex Mirror. M-I-R-O-R.
Like Mirror, but not quite.
Yeah, it is very, very good. It is very powerful. It is very fun.
And our resident healer / librarian is salivating over it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So... How are y'all wanting to enter? You've got that courtyard out front. As a note, this You can tell the structure is fairly big.
There's nothing in the first room. Except some statues.
Well, so we're not in it yet, correct? Like didn't we send like a familiar or something up?
Yes, my shadow familiar.
Right. So like, are we going to try and find the Medusa and then fight her, or do we want to try and get the Medusa to come to us? Does it matter? Because what with the death vision?
Well, I would suggest not meeting her eyes.
So what I'm thinking for the sack is essentially I'll run up and try and get the sack on her head so she can't see us and we can't see her face. Because like that's a huge advantage of like us not being able to look at her. That's all I got. That's the end of my plan. I don't hear any objections to that plan.
I don't object to her not being able to see. I just feel there's quite some risk.
Well, yeah, that's the Medusa. Like going in there in general is a huge risk.
Well, I do have this, and I reach into my pocket and pull out. It's not so much of a sack as more of like a messenger satchel.
I mean, that looks like it'll work.
Yeah, it's just keeping it over her head.
Right, that would be me.
Okay. Well,
Like I'm not just going to run up and put the sack on the head and then dip out. Like it is going to be me struggling so that y'all can actually look at this thing to spell it and shoot it and whatever else.
Yeah, well, I'm not even sure where they are.
Or how many they are. Do we know if it is it? Because Cassius sure doesn't know. So is it looking at her, or is it like a thing she has to do, or is it like do we not know that much? Have we just heard stories of like this thing will turn you into a statue?
Well, not many people return from. Okay, dude, knock it off, please. Not many people return from encountering a Gorgon of this sort, or really any Gorgon. So I think the evidence is here around us that they're quite capable of turning into a statue. I'm not sure if there's a limit at once, but I might also. I think it's that she has to see you, but I might have something that can assist us, or at least me. Are any of you able to see through magical darkness?
Not to my knowledge. Like I can't. I don't think I've tried. I don't. It's
What
just.
you-
I know what darkness is.
Cassius, you can't see through regular darkness.
Yeah, I should be able to see through darkness, magical and not.
Well,
Oh, right, warlocks.
I think you and I are going to be the main firepower when we encounter it. Then,
But
you
That's my question. Like, if you can still see her, even if she's in darkness, that's still seeing her, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm going to have to. Well, we don't
Think
know.
about it.
We'll find out.
All this
Even-
talk, Sorka, give me a Arcana check. You've been in your library a good bit recently. And there's all sorts of fun books that are in your library. Let's see if either Arcana or History, your choice.
Yeah, they're both the same. So 17 on Arcana.
17 on Arcana. You are... All of this talk of, like, dealing with Medusas, you're pretty sure you've read somewhere recently. By recently, I'm talking, like, within the past year. That... a Medusa's gaze is something that she has to be able to see you to pull off. It is neither confirmed or denied, but it is highly theorized.
Okay, so according to my research, the Medusa has to see us for her, like theoretically.
That is good to know, because yeah, I can make seeing us quite difficult for it.
Okay, so you and Dio and Wells are going to magical darkness and then hit her, but like, can't she just move out of said darkness?
Possibly. We need to try and make the situation favorable. We need a locator first.
Right, but I think it'd be better to have a plan for when we locate her instead of locating her and then being like, now we need a plan.
It would be preferable to back her into a corner for such, or a small room with only one entrance. But we don't know the layout here, so I think some reconnaissance is in order. Most of the doors are closed. I'm going to have to take some time to change Umbra to something that can scuttle.
Well, because from a technical standpoint, grappling isn't affected by being blind.
No. So if you can lock her down and then I get
I mean, if I'm
darkness-
close enough, yes, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like me grapple her, even without the bag on. Like I'd still like to go for the bag just as an extra level of protection. But if I can grapple her and then you throw up darkness, like I can just hold on. I don't have to see him to hold on.
Yeah, so I think the main priority is you locking her down quickly, and then we get darkness up.
And I can
Well-
just close my eyes at that point.
Well,
Same thing.
Wells and I will beat the fuck out of it, and Sorka, if anything gets hairy, provide backup.
Yeah, I can't see through magical darkness, but like if you guys yell that you need healing, I can heal you without being able to see you.
Okay, because that was my question as the person in the darkness ball.
And if we can always pop out of it.
But no, I have healing word in it, and you just have to be able. The people just have to be able to hear you. So
So no silence, got it.
yeah, please don't. Yeah, no cone of silence or anything like that where you can't hear me. Otherwise, you're on your own, and you deserve whatever you get.
Excellent.
Okay.
But should I try to identify the area in which the danger resides?
Yes, I do think like knowing the general idea and the general layout would be the bestest.
All right. Well, give me a minute, and I snap my fingers, and Umbra appears back by me, and I take a minute, and you see the shadow kind of melt and condense down to a small spider.
Oh, we're going with the spider tactic.
Going with the spider tactic.
Hey, it works.
I know it works. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
And yeah, I send the spider in to kind of start investigating those closed rooms.
Alright, I'm trying to fully read a script of that first room because the first room was the only one that I did not originally lay out. The map I had originally created didn't have a entry point. I had to build one into the one that I grabbed. If I remember right, it was 40 by 60.
Something like that.
And it was 3 doors on left, 3 doors on right, 2 doors, and a double door at the far end.
Yes. And if it wasn't, it is now.
Yep. Alright, so we got those statues within the room. It's a nice big entrance area initially. Which way you going?
Start with all the side rooms on the right. Just work my way down.
The first side room on the right is a long hallway. It is about 40 feet long before it starts curving to the left.
Don't go down the hallway just yet. Back out and go to the next door. And as I'm in the spider's vision, I'm describing everything I see to the others.
All right. Just making sure that the proper... So the next door is a staircase that goes down. And it looks like it goes good solid floor, about 60 feet of stairs, and then a door at the bottom.
Okay. Interesting. Next door.
The next door is a small 10 by 10 room that appears to be empty.
Okay. Is nothing's in it? Completely empty?
Nothing that you can see.
We'll move our way over to the double door. Slip underneath.
When you get inside this room, it is fairly large. A little bit wider than the room that you were in by about another 40 feet. And it is a square room. There are pillars that line this hallway, that line this room. At the far end, there is a throne up on a dais. It is a four-tier dais, and the throne is empty. There are murals along the walls and a mural on the floor itself.
Are there
And
any statues in here?
there are no statues in here. Interestingly, there is a mural on the ceiling as well as what looks to be a very similar dais setup, but without the throne above the dais.
Can I tell what the mural is depicting?
It is a battle. This war is between what looks to be half orcs and dragonborn and hobgoblins. The suits of armor are the suits of armor that the half orcs are wearing is what you'd see as like traditional Aztec armor. The hobgoblins are dressed in Norse armor with round shields and with swords and axes, and the dragonborn are in a very Greek looking armor. Think Athenian or Spartan armor.
Interesting. I kind of scuttle to either side of the room and see if anything seems to be hiding behind the pillars.
Give me a perception check.
18.
You do not see any creatures, but upon investigation of this room, you notice that as you get to the far side where the throne is, there is a small door, smaller than what a normal human could fit through, that is directly behind the throne itself.
Yeah, the spider's gonna go in there too.
In here, it is a like 3x3 room, and just past this room itself is a shaft. with a ladder on it. And the shaft goes both up and down.
Goes up.
Yep.
Is there a second level that we saw?
No. It goes much farther down than it goes up. It goes up
Yeah.
only about 60 feet, which is close to, which is just a little shy of the ceiling of this room, of the room that you were just in. This room itself that you're currently in looks like it could be a kind of like a halfling or kobold or a small-sized creature.
Interesting. All right, back out of all that for now. Interesting things to investigate later, but looking for the danger. Go check out the side rooms, working my way back towards the front of the entrance on the left side.
Before you get your spider to leave that room, are there holes in the ceiling?
None that you could see.
Yeah, I'm trying to just figure out where the best place to investigate next is, but making sure that these side doors are safe first or whether they're not.
So that first room that you get to that you haven't investigated yet is 20 feet wide by 40 feet long. And there is another door at the far end. It looks like this used to be a armory room.
So there's like empty racks and stuff there.
Empty racks. There are a handful of very rusted swords that are hanging in here, and a couple shields. Like, the things in here, you could use them as a template, but even as your spider gets close, it looks like it will start damaging the materials. Like the wood is rot.
Yeah, it's old. It's messed up. Okay.
Yeah. The design of the weaponry is Norse in make.
All right. So this is possibly the Hobgoblin stronghold.
The design of the building itself initially feels more Aztec.
I'll go to the door at the end of the room.
Beyond this is a hallway that goes left to right. The pathway to the right, after a short bit, curves towards its right.
So kind of towards that big room.
Kind of towards that big room.
Okay.
And to the left, it goes about another 40 feet. It meets back up essentially with the initial front wall, and you see one other door on your left at that far end.
Leading back into the entrance.
Yep.
All right, what's in that middle door? Another staircase down?
On this door, yes, another staircase down. This one does not go as far, though. This one goes about 40 feet before it meets a hallway and goes off into your... Like, if you're just looking in and looking down.
Yeah. I stick the spider on the ceiling and come back to my senses and ask them, well, not a whole lot on the first floor. which looks like gonna have to go down. Left or right? Left is only about 40 feet down versus right, which is about 60. What should I check out?
I mean, I'm still curious about the little secret tunnel behind the throne.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very tight fit for any of us, and if we encounter anything there, we're fucked. None of us are quite that small. After we worry about the danger, and it's so small that I don't think the creature is there. But after
But that doesn't mean there's not little things that are
No.
working with the creature,
yes, but again,
like
there's
little
not much
scavengers.
there's not much we can do there. After we get rid of the larger threat, then perhaps we'll investigate further, but I don't think that's a priority at the moment.
I mean, if we're trying to go, what was it? What was through the double doors?
Just a throne room.
That was the throne room. Okay.
Yeah.
So
and
I
then-
guess 60 foot down.
And then it looks like a servant shaft of, some small creature.
I guess if we're trying to find the big thing, the 60 foot down would be my next guess.
All right.
I mean, I don't have. I am just spitballing. I do not have any like logical reason behind that one.
Either of you have an objection?
I'm good with looking down the 60-foot one.
Yeah, no objections.
All right, I'll be back. And you all see me just kind of daze off again as my vision goes back to my familiar, and I control it to go
So you send it
across the hall.
You send it across the hallway into the 60-foot staircase. When it gets to the bottom, again, there is that closed door, and I'm guessing you scuttle under it.
It's gonna get like right underneath the door and take a peek, make sure nothing's moving around first.
Underneath this door, there is a fairly large room, kind of roundy, oblong, about 40 feet across. At its widest point, 20 feet. And the floor and ceiling are also kind of bowed.
It's like an egg turned on its side.
Also, the only corners that you're seeing in this room are near the doors themselves, and even those seem to be somewhat rounded.
It's weird. Is there anything in here?
It looks to be a completely just smooth stone room.
No furniture or anything?
No furniture or anything.
Is there another door?
There is a door at the far end.
Alright, gonna scuttle across.
Give me a... I apologize. Give me a con save as...
Oh, this is not gonna go well. Spider con save?
Spider con save. Spider
That's
con...
surprisingly, that's a 15.
15. You feel the spider start to, cough and wheeze.
That's okay. If it takes any damage, it's dead.
It gets about 10 feet into the room before your vision is snapped right back to you.
Well, there's something. Seems like a poisonous gas of some kind. In that room?
I mean, I can go check it out.
I don't know. I don't know how efficient the spider is. There doesn't seem to be much immediate danger. Should we enter? Take it slow.
Yes.
Could I tell what sort of effect was happening to the spider before it kicked the bucket?
It is a poison effect.
Joy.
From the description, I'm getting that it was like something about the breathing, right? It was the poison was inhaled by the spider.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, as something that doesn't need to breathe, I think I'd be okay.
All right. Well then, I'll lead the way. Suggest we all try and move as quietly as possible.
Indeed.
At least not announce ourselves.
As you walk up the courtyard into the first room, seeing it with your own eyes is a whole different feeling. The statues of smooth stone with the hauntingly terrified faces or faces of sheer just surprise.
One thing of note: do the statues look deliberately placed,
Yes.
or okay?
And all of them have the same look.
They all have similar looks of fear, shock, some anger. They are the ones that look to be more worn are wearing armors that none of you recognize. Well, maybe one of you recognizes, depending on the types of history books that you read. But
Cassius reads a lot of picture books. I don't think it's in there.
Should that person roll a history check?
you can roll a history check.
I wonder if they're still alive. Wave my hand in front of the statues.
Well, that's an 8. I obviously haven't
I'm gonna try
like,
this
read
right
about
now as
armor.
well.
Yeah, you know that the armor is old, but you're not exactly. You can't really pinpoint the age.
17 on my history check.
17. From what you have read, a lot of this armor, like the oldest armors that you're seeing, look to be about an age old, like before the recorded history of the baronies.
Oh, this has been a problem for a while.
Also,
So do you
with
think
your-
people are waiting? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, also with your history check, you can tell that the comparing the armors of the oldest here to the armor styles that you saw on the mural, these are this place has been here for at least 2 ages.
calamity fell upon this place and has remained as such for quite some time.
Well, I'm wondering if because like we know there's been a lot of people not too long before us that came out to check this place out. Do we think they're waiting to see if we can clear it and then deal with us instead of the Medusa?
You do see a set of armor that is of Blue Rose origin, and it's on a it's on a fairly new statue compared
Blue
to
Rose. Yeah. Any?
Cool,
What
cool,
about
cool,
any
cool.
Red Lotus members?
You see, you saw one in the courtyard outside.
Interesting.
It's one of the very few that does not look afraid. More angry.
I'm sorry, every time you say there's an angry statue, I think of like two people going into this dungeon and then one of them being like, "Oh, what's that?" And the other person looks at Medusa. Just pranking people at the wrong time. That's why there's an expression of anger.
Well, I think they have a lot of faith in their casters.
But the casters are always so squishy.
Yeah, but they think that they'll get them out of trouble.
So down the sneaking to the 60-foot staircase.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
All right. At the bottom, as you get down farther the staircase, the air is starting to feel a little. Are all of you going down, or is it just Cassius going down?
I'll go down as well. I can be pretty sneaky if need be.
I'm sneaky-ish. I'm sneaky from Wish.com.
So, as you get farther down, the air starts getting a little tighter in your lungs as you start getting to the bottom of the staircase, about 20 feet away from the door. Like you're starting to feel a little tightness in your chest, Dionysus.
Okay.
Cassius, the air down here tastes weird.
I'm just seeing Cassius looking like a dog that has peanut butter in his mouth. Just feels like I got a film in my mouth, you know, when you take medicine and stuff. Oh. Do I notice Dio like breathing heavy or anything?
Not yet.
Okay. I would like to keep an eye on Dio, but I guess I will continue down.
I take 2 steps back up the stairs real quick to where the air feels a little fresher. I take a deep breath, and then I hold it and I descend to the bottom of the stairs with Cassius.
All right. When you get to the door, it is unlocked. Cassius, the air in this room just doesn't taste good. It is awful and foul. When described to you of this room is simple, smooth stone that's kind of roundy, it doesn't do it justice. It is eerie in how clean this room is. The floor only bows about a foot, but you can feel it as you're walking across.
Is there dust and dirt, or is it like clean?
There is a little bit of dirt that you're noticing on the floor, and as you look around more, it's on the walls and the ceiling. At the halfway point, Dionysus, I need you to make me a Constitution save.
Okay.
This Constitution save is to make sure that you can hold your breath.
Nope.
Roll me a con save.
Yeah, that was a 4 to hold my breath.
All right.
Against the poison, though, that is a natural 20 for a 22.
You do take 1 point of damage as this air burns your lungs, and you're now both starting to notice this smell. It's like eggs, kind of.
Oh. I take out one of my empty vials and I just unstopper it real quick, kind of like swirl it around in the air and stopper it again,
All right.
because I want to spend more time with this later. Curious.
Do you continue in the room?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to that door as fast as possible. Get out of this fucking gas. I shout back at the others though, as I'm kind of like coughing, like, God, it smells like Cassius actually started rotting down here. We'll
I'll pick up like this
help.
corner of my jacket and smell myself.
I didn't say you did start rotting. Just
I just wanted to check.
okay.
When you get to the other when you get to the other door, and you check the handle, and it is unlocked, but the handle is fairly heavy, and you have to pull it into the room. Both these doors move into the room.
Interesting.
Also, note there is no light down here.
Oh, I'm blind.
You're blind. I'm assuming that Dionysus is guiding you.
Yeah. Actually,
I mean, I don't want to light a torch down here.
is it possible to use minor illusion to shed dim light in like 5 feet?
Minor illusion, a torch.
I would say that you can get about a candle's worth, so yeah. Like, it'll be dim light.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want like a radius of like 5 feet of dim light, like just a small glow to help Cassius.
Appreciate it.
I know it's not much, but yeah, I keep casting minor illusion.
Well, it lasts for a minute, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but every now and then I recast it kind of like over my hand as I hold like a small glowing ball.
Yeah, Cassius will open the doors, though.
Yeah, the next room is about 20 feet wide, 10 feet deep, and on the other side of the room is another door. This one looks to have a bar across it.
From our side, though, right?
On your side.
Interesting.
And
I just give a look to Dio.
Is
Like,
the
eh?
air any fresher in here?
oh yes. In fact, as you get into the room, it feels like you, especially when you close the. Do you close the door behind you when you get inside?
I don't want to be out of contact with the other two.
Yeah.
As soon as I realize that the air is fresher, I think I'm going to turn to Cassius. Wait here, and I'm going to run back across the room to the stairs.
give me a Constitution save, seeing as you are running.
Yep, I'll take more damage. That's a 5.
That is a 5.
That is a 5.
Oh boy, this is not
This-
okay.
This is gonna be fun.
I'm the DM. I should always have my dice 100% prepped. I just did not expect it to be this much this soon.
Yeah, because if you're unconscious, I don't see anything.
Also, roll me a
You'll
con-
see my you'll see my light wink out.
roll me a con save for
Yeah.
that light though, because it is a concentration spell.
It depends on how much damage I take.
It's a DC 10 at minimum.
Yeah, which I got a 12, but if I take 26 points of damage, that's a fail. If I take less than 26, that's a pass.
If you took 26 points of damage, we're all in a lot more trouble than we thought. Like the dungeon itself is trying to kill us.
Damn it! That's what happens when I put away my fucking dice. All right, so I just have to roll multiple times. That was really fucking lucky on those rolls. You take 10 damage.
Okay.
And your speed is reduced to half as this air just clenches in on you.
I get to the stairs and I move up and I go, well, there's a room that room's nasty. But if you hold your breath and before it gets bad, you might be able to run across. The air is fresher and we can close the door, but I don't want to separate all of us. You two, do you want to come with, or should we go a different route?
I'm good to come with.
Yeah, I'll go with as well.
Seriously, though, take a couple really good breaths of fresh air before crossing and try and hold it as long as possible. It's not that far, but oh god, it's bad.
Wells. Oh wait, no, Wells, you have dark vision. You're good. I was gonna ask, how are you seeing in this area? Then no, I remembered. Right, Warlock.
Does Sorka have dark vision?
I do. 60 feet.
Excellent. All right.
I'm fairly certain it's just me that doesn't have it.
Yes. All right. Let's go.
And as you make your way across, I need you to make a con save about halfway through.
How long is this room?
It is 20 feet long. But in total, no, it's not 20 feet. It's 40 feet long, but
Yeah.
in total, you're also going down the steps, so you're going across about 60 feet.
Yeah, which is 12 seconds. All right, that's better. 17 con.
17.
22.
Okay.
$18.
Okay. You are all able to get across.
And then close the fucking door. Pull that door closed.
When you pull the door closed, you notice two things immediately. One, this room is like immediately the air starts getting better in this room. 2,
So there's been.
there is a where the door lines up. You could probably fit a piece of wood in there to hold it closed.
Like the beam from the other door.
Yeah, you could move that across.
I don't want to block our means of retreat at the moment. There doesn't seem to be anything dangerous in here, right?
No.
All right. And there's only the one other door to leave?
There's only the one other door to leave.
All right, well, give me a minute and my spider will be back. And I sit down and I take a few minutes to recondense my shadow into a new spider.
All right.
Go peek at what's on the other side of this door.
On the other side of this door, there is a hallway that is about 30 feet down, and it branches at the end. There are 2 doorways at the far end. One hooks to the left after a short bit, the other one hooks to the right after a short bit.
All right, let's go down the left path.
Down the left path. As you continue down this path, it straightens out after making a 45-degree turn. And shortly in, there are doors on either side. About every 30 feet-ish.
Start peeking under the doors.
Which side are we going first?
Are there like 2 and then 30 feet down 2 and then 30 feet down 2, or is it
Yes.
like 1 and then a ways down on the other?
It is 2, 2, and then is 1, and then much farther down 1.
Okay, left of the first set.
All right, left of the first set. This looks to be a sleeping area. There are bunks set in here, 4 deep, 3 high.
Right door.
Same thing.
Next set, same thing.
Next set, same thing.
Interesting. The next one, it should be on the left, right?
Yep.
Look at it.
This is a bit of a larger room. You can see where the bed was. It still kind of is, though it is starting to get a bit more... Like, the wood is reasonable, but it's still old. There's no more mattress upon the frame. There's a desk that the drawers have been pulled. And on the side far from the wall, there is a mural.
I'm gonna have the spider look around. Is there any signs of any type of creature movement in the hallway or anything?
Yes, it looks like there are humanoid footprints.
Are they all going? What direction are they leading?
It is scattered
Mostly.
about. It looks like people have looked into these rooms recently.
Yeah.
But they
well,
do.
I get that the expedition was here. I'm looking for more of a creature.
You do see barefoot footprints. in the area.
What kind of check to determine where they lead off to?
Survival.
— 24.
24. They go farther down the hallway.
Okay. I'm going to be tracking these.
All right. And so you skip the other room?
Yes. There's fucking hardly anything around, and I'm getting more and more on edge with the lack of
Stuff.
anything.
Yeah.
We can search rooms after we deal with the fucking danger.
When you get to the end of this hallway, there is a circular room about 40 feet across. There is a door directly across from you and 2 doors on your left and right.
The hell?
There is stonework in the ground that makes a 4-pointed star. And it
There.
points to the 2 main doors,
Yeah.
or to the 4 doors.
Do I lose sight of the tracks at all, or where do they lead?
The tracks continuously go between the 4 main doors. Give me a survival check to see if you can spot where they corrugate most.
That's another 24.
Another 24.
I'm rolling really well on the shit that doesn't matter for my survival.
So, those set of footprints go to a spot between the door in front of you and the door to the left, and then just disappear.
Can I find any seams or anything in the wall?
Give me a perception check.
29?
Yes, there is a clear, like, as you're looking at it, there is a clean scene that follows the masonry just perfectly. Like, if you didn't know that this was here, you would have easily missed it. But the seam is not large enough for your spider to get through.
No. I'm going to try and have the spider try and find whatever mechanism, though.
Oh yeah, you spot the you see the mechanism with that fucking 29.
Okay.
There is a stone set right near the center of the room that looks like it needs to be pressed in.
Yeah, I just parked the spider right on the wall by that seam and give it instructions to alert me if anything comes out. And I come back to my senses and I go, well, I think I found it. I can't search any further, though. We have to go there personally. My spider can't operate the secret door.
Well, let's go.
All right. I don't think we... Well, there shouldn't be anything really on the way, so... I just maintain...
Still go quietly.
I just maintain a firebolt in my hand for Cassius.
Well, Sorka's has the light cantrip or something that I can use.
I do. Yeah, I can put that on like something that you're holding.
Do you have to focus on it, or like that doesn't mess with your other spells, does it?
Nope, and it lasts an hour.
Excellent.
So like just tell me what you want me to cast it on, and
Could cast it on my hand wraps. Like my hands have that like boxing wrap on them. Cast it on that.
yeah, so I'll just touch his hands and cast it on there. So now your hands glow.
Nice.
Alright, I'm gonna move about 15 feet ahead of the three of them, trying to move as stealthily as possible. Just in case anything decides to pop out.
Alright, you can give me your stealth check. I'm letting you guys roll it again. I tried, it didn't work as well. Meh, you guys are good enough players.
Okay, stealth.
Stealth.
So all of us.
23.
If you're all wanting to be stealthy.
I'll keep my glowing hand in my coat.
Just walk around with your hands in your pockets occasionally, just
15 though, ain't bad.
15 ain't bad.
23.
Alright.
I mean,
got it.
comparatively.
I got an 18 again.
So you are all being very stealthy as you make your way through this hallway. Your footsteps don't really echo. The fact that you can still kind of hear some of them lets you leads to the gravity of how empty this place currently is. As you get to that large round room, you see the stonework on the floor, and as you start glancing around, above you is a beautiful mural of a night sky. Makes tile work done to recreate stars made out of, well, where there used to be stars, there is now just empty pocks of stonework.
There probably was precious gems here at one point. Shame. Alright, are y'all ready for shit to hit the fan? And
I
gather them
wouldn't
up.
know what to do without it hitting the fan.
We at least knew this was going to happen, right? A little
We
less
think we know what's
unexpected.
going to happen.
Well, we know it's not going to be good, at least, so...
That's true.
Hey!
Alright. You got that bag ready, Cassius?
Bags in hand.
Either of you have any preparations to make?
None that I need.
Alright, I ju-
Probably look at the floor. Don't look straight into the room. Like, take some kind of caution in case the Medusa's like right on the other side of the door. Is what I'm saying. Like, don't
yeah,
try
but
not to.
I
Just
plan to...
reminding us.
Yeah, if you rush in, I will do my best to protect you, Cassius, and then get that darkness up as soon as you succeed. I reach over to the
Sounds good.
wall, and a little spider crawls onto my finger, and I just whisper "thank you" as it disappears back into myself.
That's still pretty cool. So hit the switch.
Everyone ready? I push on the stone.
You find that one small stone, it can easily be walked over and not be activated if you don't know where it is. But the little triangle slips down, and you're able to notice that this triangle matches up perfectly with the door. and it swings inward, revealing a hallway about 60 feet down with another door, a large handle on it at the far end.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna sneak. So there's nothing in the hallway.
There are sconces for torches, but no torch inside.
All right. I'm going to sneak down to the door and try and listen to what's on the other side.
Give me your stealth first.
Stealth is a 16.
16. You're feeling pretty stealthy.
And the perception is a 24.
When you get to the other end of the hallway and you press your ear to the stone, you hear the light sound of bare feet on stone. And after a long moment, you hear something that sounds very reminiscent of Cordon. You can kind of make it out. And it is a man's voice as you hear him say, "Soon. We should hopefully have guests soon." Leave. And as you hear the man say leave, you hear the sounds of metal on stone walking farther away.
Oh, that's not good.
And you hear the footsteps in the room just starting to pace a little bit.
I move back to the others. Well, there is a target in there. It sounded like he was talking to someone else. But at least one of our quarry is in there, so. Did I notice if the door swings into the hallway or into the room?
It swings into the hallway.
So there was 2 people in there, or a bunch of people?
One left. Sounded just like 2. But one left. And well, we were making assumptions. It sounds like man's voice, but they're speaking a very old dialect. This being is old. Are we ready?
Sure.
I will yank the door open when you're all ready, and Cassius, you rush in.
Yeah, Cassius will get down like on all fours, like a lineman waiting for a height, and like as soon as the doors are open, I am hauling ass into there. Consequences be damned.
All right.
Just keep your eyes low.
Yeah.
Look for the feet.
Correct.
Before you guys enter the room, I need someone to roll me a d12.
Eight.
All right.
This is gonna go poorly.
Yes.
So, as you prepare to open the door, you kind of like half check to see how easily it'll move, and you can tell that these doors are well maintained. It feels like you could possibly pull this with one hand. And as you open the door, and Cassie, as you sprint into the room, you are met with this massive auditorium of a room. It is Sectagon in Sectagon? Nope, sorry, octagon in shape. Let's recount my fucking sides.
I was gonna say, Septagon, that's an odd shape for a room.
Yeah, I could have said it was a Sihedron room. That will throw you for a fucking loop. But I'll deal with Sihedrons later. This large octagon room, about 20 feet in front of you, there is a large stone pillar. And you're able to get to it before taking any looks around. But you do hear the footsteps in the room. Sounds like they're pretty close to like middle-ish. You all will be able to get a surprise round as you roll initiative.
Initiative roll. Yeah, no, that was stupid. When I was making those rolls before, I rolled 3 natural 20s in a row.
You got a 2, didn't you, on your initiative?
No, I got a. Fuck, that's not bad.
One moment to roll. Why do I keep trying to use that die? All right. God, this looks weird. Looks like I have to mess with the little chat box area. Just there. Okay. Anyone get over 20? Also, who is running Tala today?
I can run Tala.
Okay. You know the basic stat range things for him, right?
+6 to hit.
10
and
damage.
plus 10 damage. And what on which checks is he proficient with? Or saves?
I'm pulling that up as we speak. He is proficient in strength, wisdom, and charisma saves.
Okay.
So there's a +6 in those.
Plus
Also,
3
he
and
has
everything
the terrifying strike once per day. Oh, sorry,
Okay.
3 times per day. And
Got
I
it.
don't think that he's used any of them so far. So, anyone over 20? All right, 15 to 20.
18.
17.
All right, 10 to 15.
12.
Oh, Tala just goes right after me. That's right.
Tala goes right after you.
I got a 9.
5 to 10.
Cassie's
9.
got 9.
All right. Wells, what'd you get? Oh no, we got Wells.
Yeah.
Just double check my numbers, make sure I have everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have you all in there. Boom! I love putting the initiative tracker technically as just a chat point. Because you guys feel more special. So, I'm actually going to call us for a quick break, so that way we get our break in before combat, because combat can take a minute.
All right.
So, we will be back in, what do we say, 5-10 minutes? Is that good enough time?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
See you all in 10 minutes. All right, welcome back. Sorry, it took a little bit longer than expected, but we are here. We have our initiative still up in the chat room, and of course I accidentally double fucking hit your goddamn letter, but Didio, you are up. Wells, you are on deck.
So I look in. What do I see? As Cassius rushed forward.
You are able to see the pillar ahead of you, and you're able to see a little bit around it. But you currently cannot see the creature.
How far away is the pillar?
From you, because you are at the door, the pillar is about 20 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up to the pillar as well.
All right.
And kind of peek around.
As you peek around, you see a man with, like, reasonably taller looking man. But instead of hair that is slicked back, it is snakes that are pulled back across his head.
I'm looking at his back.
He is starting to turn your direction.
Okay.
Because you guys got a surprise round, that is the description range.
Yeah. What is he wearing?
He has a, like, it looks to be very nice clothing. And the design is actually that of Red Lotus. And these clothes look new.
Probably fucking stole them.
You wear the same fucking pair of pants for as long as they fucking do. And not decide to steal someone else's.
Yeah. No, I was just making sure he wasn't wearing metal armor. That would have been fun. How far away?
He is currently from you about 60 feet.
Is there another pillar that I could get to?
Yes, there are pillars, like smaller pillars that don't go all the way up to your left and right. They're about 10 feet away each.
Still, fuck. I can't get within range for this. Actually, this is what I can do. I think. All right, I'm going to use my action to. So, is there a pillar that I can get to that's within 30 feet of this individual? Or
No.
is there a pillar within 30 feet of this individual?
No.
Yeah. Well, fuck it. We're gonna do it anyway. I am going to use my action to dash. So I can move 40 more feet total. I'm only going to use 30 of that. I'm going to just get within 30 feet of him.
All right.
And use sorcery point to quicken Bane. I need a charisma saving throw.
All right. $19.
Fuck. Okay. And then I use the remainder of my 10 feet to start rushing back to a pillar.
All right. There's a pillar. You notice, like, as you're in the middle of the room, this, like, large pillar and then two smaller pillars thing is equal set. It's about 120 feet across from each one. Like, from from pillar to pillar.
All right. Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Wells, I assume you're at the door,
Right.
so...
Tala is up now.
Oh, right, Tala.
Tala is going to use his action to dash and get behind a different pillar than Cassius.
One of the other large ones?
Mm-hmm.
All right. He's able to make it to either the one to the right-ish or to the left-ish.
We'll go right for Tala.
Okay.
Actually, since he's a tabaxi, he can use his bonus action to increase his speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it needs a bonus action, does it?
In either case, he's going to hold his action to, if this creature comes within his range, he's going to take a swing while hiding behind this pillar.
Wait, no, wrong back. Let's see here. Feline agility. Your reflexes and agility. When you move in your combat, you can double your speed until the end of your turn. Once you do so, you can't use this. You can't use it again until you move 0 feet. So he could just do that for. He's able to do that for free once until he doesn't move for a turn.
Yeah, so, yeah, he uses his agility to get all the way behind another of the large pillars and then holds his action. If anything comes close, he's going to take a swing.
All right.
And then Wells.
And now Wells. Wells, the
Okay.
pillar is about 20 feet in front of you, the first one.
Okay. And then going up to the pillar, how far away am I from them then?
You're about 60 feet away.
Has Cassius gotten to the creature yet, or?
Not yet. Cassius is currently right next to you. He will start his turn his surprise round at the pillar.
Okay, I guess in that case. Okay, yeah, if that's the case, peeking around the pillar, I think, yeah, I'll use an action to fire. Wait. Come your way. Yeah, sure.
If you're thinking of Eldritch Blast, it should have range.
Okay. Yeah, I'll fire an Eldritch Blast then.
Alright, take your shot.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes. 15 hits. And I believe you get 2 bolts, so if you want to roll your second hit, and then you can roll damage all at once if you want. Because the 15 hits, barely.
Okay, so an 18 definitely hits.
Yeah. No, suddenly between the first and the second hit, it goes up by 4 AC.
Let's see. Would it be 1d6 per blast or total?
Total.
Okay, so the total of both blasts is 6 damage, and then for the necrotic is 5.
As the 2 shadowy red bolts fire out of your hand, and they splash on this creature's like shoulder and torso as they keep turning, looking very angry, and also still a little surprised. Zorka, you are up. Cassius, you are on deck.
Okay, I'm going to move towards. Can I get like to a pillar with 30 feet of movement?
Yes.
Or okay, so and then will I be within 60 feet of the creature?
Yes.
Okay, I need an intelligence saving throw.
Of course you fucking do. You and your psychic bullshit. How does a 15 sound?
Haha, it sounds like you're getting damage. So that is 6 damage, and the next saving throw has to be done with minus D4.
Of course it does.
And that's my turn.
Cassius, you are up. Dio, you are on deck.
All right. So I'm a little ways into the room.
If you wanted to use your whole movement before the surprise round, you would be 50 feet away from it, but not behind the pillar.
You cut out.
Can you hear me better now? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Alright. So, if you used your whole movement before initiative, you would be 50 feet away from it at the moment.
Then. So how wide is this room?
This room is 120 across.
Yeah, I guess I'll use my action to get up to him.
He looks very surprised to see you right up next to him. And speaking of surprised, Dio, you're up.
Okay.
You guys got a surprise round.
Yeah. I need to do something to help out fucking Cassius here.
Oh, I forgot to mention I would like the bonus action rage.
I kind of guessed with the way the rage felt just a second ago, but yeah, I assume that you're like pissed off at it, and me, and everything.
It has a minus D4 to saving throws right now, yes?
First saving throw.
Saving throw. I want it to make a con save.
Of course you do. Of course you wanted to make a con save.
I'm casting Shatter right behind it so that it misses Cassius.
18.
Even with the minus D4?
Even with the minus D4.
Okay, well, it still takes half damage. And that is really good. 21. 21 reduced to 10 points of thunder damage.
Roll me a D12.
It's a 12.
Okay.
Also, if it was made of stone or something, it has disadvantage on that throw. I don't think the Medusa's made of stone.
Medusas are not made of stone.
No.
Medusas are fleshy. And Tala.
And Tala is still about 60 feet away, right?
Tala is 60 feet away.
He's going to move up to a closer pillar and stay behind it, and then hold his action again.
All right. Wells, you are up. Sorka, you're on deck.
Actually, does he have any javelins?
I think you did give him a javelin.
I think I did. He's gonna throw the javelin.
All right.
He's not gonna hold his action. He's gonna run up and then throw that fucking javelin
All right.
as it gets closer. You said +6, right?
He would be proficient with them, so yes.
So that's a 24.
24 hits. He has a +3 on his strength mod. You take the median damage.
Oh, fuck. Let me just
What's the
find a
damage type?
javelin. Let me find a javelin here real quick.
I think javelins are a d6.
Damage type D6, so
D6.
median is 4. So 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
And then, yeah, duck behind the pillar.
Currently, there is no pillar that he could make it back to.
And then ready fucking sword. Okay, yeah. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Rolls, you're up. Sorker on deck.
Okay. Are they still 60 feet from me?
Yes, they have not moved.
Okay. Let's see. How far are the other pillars?
There is a pillar about 10 feet from you, and then another one doing math off of map. About 60. So the next big pillar is 60 feet away from you.
Mhm.
And that means that the pillar before that is 50 feet away from you, and there's one 10 feet away from you.
Okay, and then is the one 10 feet from me, and it gets me any closer to them, or?
It would get you about 5-10 feet closer to them. Like they are this way,
Mhm.
like on the other side of the pillar, and the others are at right angles. The other two pillars are at right angles for.
Okay, then yeah, I'll move to the pillar 10 feet from me.
All right.
Um, yeah, I guess for right now, I'll do another Eldritch Blast at them.
All right. Roll your attacks.
Obviously 24 hits.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
And I'm guessing a 12 misses?
That's 12 misses.
Uh, 6 damage for the blast, and then 3 necrotic.
All right. Is that all?
Yeah.
All right, Sorka, you are up. Cassis, you're on deck.
Yeah. Can I get another intelligence saving throw?
Unfortunately, no. Fucking. So a 10 obviously fails, seeing as make me keep that D4 nearby. You got it. It got a 10.
Okay. So that's 7 damage and a -D4 on the next saving throw. And that's my turn. And then I just peek out, look at his feet, cast the spell, and then go back behind the pillar.
Cassius, you're up.
All right. I am beside him, correct?
You are right up in his shit.
Oh, he rolled real low
Are we-
if he hasn't gone yet. Fuck.
He has the lowest on the initiative track. I rolled randomly of where he is going to be. Was he going to be near one of the pillars, like super fucking far away, or was he going to be in the middle? He ended up in the middle.
Okay.
He could have been like right
So-
on the other side of the pillar.
Is this going to be a grapple? Getting the bag on his head?
To get the bag on the head, it will be a opposed grapple.
Cool. Something I forgot last session. While raging, I have advantage on athletics.
Of course you do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 25.
Well, there is a 2 within the numbers that I rolled, but like he has no strength score and rolled a 2. So Cassie is just like
So a 25 beats him. That's what I'm getting.
100%. You run up and you
okay.
just jump right at him and just start smothering him in this fucking
Yeah.
bag.
I see that Cassius has it on hand, and I was prepared to cutting words, and I just see that Cassius is doing all right. So
'Cause I'm
And then
assuming-
Well, I have 2 attacks, and grappling takes the place of an attack.
Go for it.
And would he be blind from this? Because if it's blind, that means I get advantage on the attack. Or being an unseen creature, either way.
I would say yes, because I'm assuming that once you have the bag over his head, you're just holding it by the like shoulder strap as you're like pulling it down to be able to help maneuver to keep it on his head and not be like
Yeah,
holding
I'm-
it.
Yeah, I'm holding the bag down on his head. And
Yeah, so you're using like one hand on the strap and just going at it with the other hand. So yeah, you get advantage.
that's a 18.
18 hits.
Part of this is going to be radiant damage. Do I need to worry about the radiant damage part?
No.
Not bad. Not bad. Or so that's plus 8. So that's 13. That's 21 damage.
fuck.
My fists do a D8 now.
God.
That's what I got with my level up.
Fuck yeah.
All
So
right.
it's 2d8 plus 2 from radiant, 4 from my bludgeon, my strength, and then 2 from me raging.
Damn you all.
And that's the end of my turn.
So his turn. He can't do one of the things that he wants to do.
Oh. Okay, yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, he can't do one of the things he wants to do, so he is going to. He had a longbow with arrows in his hand initially, but he's just going to drop those, and he's going to pull out his short sword and start swinging to try and hit Cassius. I say try because he's at disadvantage, because, you know, even though he can kind of feel where he's being pulled, he's also being pulled and moved around and shit.
I'm gonna keep this sack though.
And I'm guessing a 16 is not your AC, my friend.
Correct.
As his first attempt, his second attempt. Oh god. Okay. His second attack goes really wide, but is able to keep his stance in close afterwards. And that is unfortunately his turn. You bastards. Theo, you're up while they're on deck.
All right. Do I continue with the darkness plan, or do I?
I mean, he's got a bag on his head.
I mean, I'm surprised we've gotten this far, so yeah. I mean, I got him pretty soundly with that bag, so like it would be extra in case he does slip out of my hands, but
Well, I can do the darkness at any time. So if it starts looking rough, fuck it. I third level chromatic orb. If he's blind, that's advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do a third level chromatic orb.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing with his next turn.
And yeah, Thunder seemed to do okay on him, right? I didn't notice that it did less damage.
It didn't do less damage.
Okay, that's chromatic orb. For the first time, you see me actually control the damage of the chromatic orb as I send it out. So that's going to be a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Spells. 5d8.
I also realized that, yeah, a post grapple is considered as an attack.
34 points of thunder damage.
34.
34.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, good job, Cassius. Keep him under control. Take a bardic inspiration. It's a d6 that you can add to an ability check, saving throw, or attack roll.
beautiful.
This is going smoother than I thought. And then Tala is gonna rush up.
Tala has
And-
advantage on his attack.
Yeah, he only gets one though, still, right?
Unfortunately, he forever gets one. But
Forever
his attack,
gets one.
Yeah, but his attack does get like special things later on.
Okay, well that's a 22 to hit for Tala as well, so 10 more points of damage.
I knew I needed to rebalance this fucking shit. Anyways, Wells, you're up. Sorka, you might be on deck.
Okay.
I said what I said.
Okay, so they're 50 feet from me?
They're currently 50 feet from you. They do not look very good.
Hmm.
They're called runs.
Okay, if that's the case, bonus action, I'm gonna use Misty Step to move 30 feet towards them.
Okay.
And then once I get to there, then I'll use my action to remove the remaining 20 feet to them.
Well, you can use just your
Movement, yeah,
Yeah.
movement. And then I'll and then I'll start attacking them with my sword.
All right, swing your attack.
26 definitely hits.
26 definitely hits.
Okay, just the sword attack is 13 damage, and then 4 for the necrotic.
How's this going down?
Let's see. Cut off the head.
So Dionysus rushes up and just starts instantly getting super pissed, pulls out the bag, covers up the...
You mean Cassius?
Yeah, sorry, Cass.
I knew who you meant.
What did I fucking say?
Dionysus.
Dionysus.
Wow, we are not 100% together. I apologize. We are still mildly recovering from Moulin Rouge.
Dio is edgy, Cassius is angry.
So, Cassius runs up, pulls the bag over the Medusa's head, and then just thoroughly, just like gut checks the Medusa. And Dio then just steps out a little bit more and just takes a chromatic orb, launches it across the room into this Medusa's chest. Shortly after that, Tala just sprints up the rest of his way, drawing his sword and just cutting up the torso of the Medusa. And then out of nowhere, Wells just disappears, like starts running towards. I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna like reorientate your spell cast for a little bit of dramatic range. You see him like running up towards the Medusa and then disappearing for a moment, only to reappear with his sword inches away from the Medusa's head as it cuts it clean off in a single strike.
Cassius has the head in the bag, and the poor Medusa just has a splitting headache while all of this is going on because Sorka has just been fucking with his mind. He has no idea what hit him.
You could say
That
this
was
fight's
so-
in the bag.
That was so well done. I don't do this shit often. That combat was so clean, so beautiful. All of you gaining inspiration.
Oh, that's handy.
Mark down to remind Justice that Justice gets it too. It's table inspiration. Everyone gets one. That was beautiful. That
Yeah, I did not think it would work that well.
yeah. Neither did I. And here we are.
As Wells severs the head, and we all just kind of calm down for a second, I think we're all on edge for a minute, expecting it to be worse. And Dio just goes, I think that's the first time as a group.
The body doesn't move, does it?
It twitches and convulses for like a second.
I think
I
that's
kick
the
it again.
I think that's the first time none of us have sustained an injury.
Should we take some of its blood
Yes,
just in case
thank
it's
you.
useful?
Yeah,
Give me that
I
Arcana
still
check.
have some body. Thank you for the reminder, Sorka.
Remember, it's always going to be 2 rolls.
I got a
Oh, that
21
says-
on Arcana, if I can help.
17 for me.
So, we're doing with Sorka doing the Arcana. Because also Sorka was the one
Okay.
that pointed out, like, hey, maybe get some
Yeah.
blood.
Yes.
And now someone needs to make the survival check to see if you can get any vials worth. I dropped the die. I heard it hit. I have no idea where it went.
Oh, there we go. 23.
23. Beautiful. Roll me a d8.
That's 6.
That's how many vials you got.
Sorka, what can I use these for?
History check for that one, or another arcana?
With your arcana, you're pretty sure that you could make these into Bane against not just Medusas. Like, Medusas are very rare, but you could make them into a minor Bane that focuses on monstrosities that would fall within the same parameters. So you could use it as a monstrosity Bane.
We're managing to collect a lot of tools against enemies. I think dealing with the dire creatures is going to get easier as we collect these resources.
So as they're collecting the Medusa blood, I walk over to Gio with the messenger bag. Like, hey, do you need this back? As like blood just dripping out of it because there's
Surprisingly,
Medusa
there is
head
no
still.
blood dripping
I assume
out.
the snake's wiggling. Terrifying.
The snake's
Right.
wiggling.
Do we keep it in there for a little bit?
I don't suggest pulling it out. At the moment.
I got an idea for the next combat, though.
I'm curious. If you want to test something, we can see if it can petrify my familiar.
Well, that we don't. I don't think we can unpetrify stuff, though, can we?
I just have to recast it. It's a part of me. Nothing will keep my familiar down for long.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm down to test it.
You said the other pillars aren't like full height. Are there any like that are only like 3 feet tall or something?
No. The large pillars go from floor to ceiling, and it is a 60-foot high room. But the shorter pillars stop at about 40 feet.
Okay. Well, then I just use mold earth, and I just kind of create a small little pillar that's like 3 feet tall over the course of a minute. And I put my spider right on top of it and stand behind Cassia. Point the head at the familiar and not any of us, please.
Sure. I guess I grab it by the snake ponytail and face it towards the familiar.
The familiar does turn to stone. Roll me a D12.
Nine.
Okay.
I put the head back in the bag. To be clear, I put it back in the bag.
Oh, yeah.
That, I don't know how many uses we will get out of that, but that is keep handy to have on reserve.
Like I said, I got an idea for the next combat. That's all I'm saying. You said you heard someone in like metal.
And then while this is going on, did you guys already get the blood that you needed?
Some of it, yeah. Oh, your sword. I take one of the vials I got, and I pass it Wells. And I just as I move over to him and I pass him the vial, I just go, "Do you think your sword needs more blood? Let it drink."
Yeah. This, this little I don't think would be quite enough.
Quite a powerful creature.
Yes.
There's more to kill, but this is useful.
Yeah, I was wondering about that, if it would be possible to do that even though the body is already slain.
Is use some of the blood from the body?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're only able to get 6 clean vials. It starts getting a bit messy after 6. Like
Okay, but there's plenty for wells.
There is plenty for wells. It's just
Okay.
after 6 vials, it starts getting a messy process.
Okay,
It's not just blood.
So instead, it's just like, all right, it's all yours.
Yeah, and I imagine Wells feels it in his head, a compulsion to, yeah. So he walks over and then stabs the sword into the body.
All right. I'm going to be sending you a quick thing. What I find.
So, Wells, I don't know if I've told you this before, but that's weird that you keep doing that to people. Like, we can talk about it later. Because I don't think Cassius understands what's going on. That's stuff pre-Cassius, correct?
Oh yeah, this is a consistent thing.
This is a long time thing.
Yeah, I've noticed it before. I've seen it, but it's peculiar. Like, I've seen some weird shit. Like, I'm a living dead guy.
Yeah, it's a rather.
Cassius, do you have blood flowing through you?
Nope.
Well, then I think you're safe.
I have no blood in vials or otherwise.
Yeah, it's a rather long, complicated story.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I said, no disrespect. I am a Walking Dead guy, so I think most of us here are strange. Leads to this lifestyle.
I think the most normal of you is Tala.
For now.
For now.
Are you kidding me? It's a child that just skewered and sliced a Medusa. I don't think there's anything normal about his.
Well, he wants to be
Constitution.
nice,
Most
so that's very
normal.
night behavior.
Oh, I know, but he's a child running fearlessly.
No one
towards
said
you.
normal. No one said normal. Most normal. The least weird.
He keeps hanging out with us. He thinks
Once again,
we're
weird,
good-
but not as weird.
He swore fealty to you back
Do
in the. He swore fealty to someone else initially, but when that player just stopped being around, you guys got to keep Tala.
Like, Dio, you can turn your shadow into a bird. That's also weird stuff.
I agree that is weird. I even don't know what's going on with that. I'm starting to get an inkling.
I don't know what's weird with Sorka yet.
Aside from the mask and the fact that she thinks I'm an asshole. Well, never mind.
I mean, that's normal.
Pretty normal.
That's definitely a point for normal.
I love how we're debating what is normal and what isn't.
What fun is there in being normal?
Exactly. I mean, what normal person slays a creature and then goes, "Ooh, vials of blood"?
Well, like I said, like I think this line of this career, I guess we're in, tends to be full of weird people because like that's like normal people can't do it.
Normal people
Like
also don't become barons by accident.
right. Like it's by all means a good thing, but like you know when you're like in your own weirdness, like after a while it seems normal. Like that's just what I'm pointing at. Like it's weird, but weird's a good thing. Like objectively.
Mm, yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd rather be normal. So
Normal is weird is interesting. You will live in interesting times the weirder you are.
Well, and like no one's ever told a story about this normal time they were at their house and they had dinner. Like that's no one wants to hear that. It's weird, interesting stories. That's what people like.
yeah, but sometimes there's the bad kind of weird.
It's still interesting though.
That makes for the best stories.
Mm,
Wells, I understand, but we value you very much, and if it ever gets to be too much, we will help you. Anyway, I think there's someone in
Wasn't
the
trying to
studio.
be mean. Do you need a hug?
no, that's fine.
Okay.
Anyway, I think there's an individual in armor around here somewhere. I don't think any of us really need a rest, right?
Surprisingly, no, I don't think so.
I mean, if it was a quick one, that could be helpful, but
I just have something in my lungs. I'm fine for now. I think we should capitalize on our current momentum.
Agreed.
Are there any other doors in here?
Yes. There are 3 doors that you can see. When standing in the middle of the room, orientating it off of the one room that you were just in, there is a door to the right, left, and down. So there are doors close to, on the octagon wall, to the right of the secret entrance that you came in, to the left, and then farther around left. They are all fairly large double doors. And the double doors on that farther side.
When I heard that other figure leaving, could I get a sense of direction?
Yes, as I was just saying, there is a set of double doors. So if you take the middle one as your center point, to the left of that, there is a set of large double doors that are open.
I think our other adversary is going to be through there. They seemed to be a subordinate of some sort, but I don't know if they're what their issues are. Should I send someone ahead, or should we just go?
We quietly move ahead is my goal. But
All right. Well, stay some distance behind me then.
and I'll put my glowing fist right back into my coat.
Yeah, I will sneak to the double doors and take a peek around them that are open.
It is a 20-foot wide hallway, about 20 feet in height, and it extends another 60 feet down before hitting a wall. And it looks to be a T intersection. There are more stone murals in this area as well as the room that you were in.
I'm more concerned about protecting our backs at the moment. We can look better later. I motion the others to keep like 20 feet behind me, and I approach the intersection, being as quiet as possible. It's a 16 on my stealth.
Alright, you're feeling pretty stealthy. The hallways to your left and right are also 20 foot wide and 20 foot high. The one to your left continues down for about 40 feet before starting to curve to the right. The one to your right continues about 20 feet down before also curving to the right, but so two different directions. So as you look left, it goes right. As you look right, it goes right.
Interesting. I look at the ground and try to see if any recent tracks have been made.
Give me a survival.
Ooh, 23.
23. The most recent tracks fall to your left.
Start sneaking down that way.
As you get around the corner, you notice that it is starting to spiral in on itself, and it starts sloping down into a staircase very quickly. This is a very large spiral staircase. And the footsteps look to be holding to the wall. Also, these don't look like feet.
Does it look like slithers?
No. Looks more like hooves.
Interesting. Oh. Does it look bipedal or quadrupedal?
Quad.
Oh. All right, player knowledge, go away.
Cassius is just trying to figure out why the Medusa has a pet horse.
Yeah, carefully start going down the stairs. I heard metal and there's hooves. Can I roll a history or an arcana?
Yes, you can.
All right, that is a dirty 20 for arcana.
You know what it is.
Yes. I turn to the others. Not quite as terrifying as a Medusa, but it's a quite terrifying pet that you seem to keep.
A horse?
No. It looks like a mechanical bull, but it can petrify you just the same. Just avoid its breath. But we're about to have a rodeo.
And with that, no, I'm kidding.
And I start sneaking down the stairs ahead.
perfect line to fucking cut it off, but no, we still got over an hour. The spiral staircase goes down quite a ways. When you get down to it, you realize that this place is a lot cleaner than you... like this, as you're getting farther down, it is a lot cleaner. And you're finding some of the murals on the wall have... like where there are constellations shown, or in the eyes of creatures. There are precious stones, gold, silver, rubies, sapphires, emeralds. There is obsidian inlaid into the walls. The story changes from the one that you had seen up at the top floor, from one of war to one of exploration. A figure keeps being seen in a lot of these murals. It is a... you saw him once before, but you're seeing him more often. It is a dwarven man getting older in age. He is wearing stone armor with a large hammer that looks to have just a solid piece of gold that is the hammerhead itself. And when you get to the bottom of this large spiral staircase, you are left in the middle of this room. It is a 60-foot spherical room. And by spherical, I mean the floor bows a little bit, and there are 10 entry points all the way around you. Give me 1 second to answer a particular question I was going to ask. Okay, one of you is able to see this off bat, and you can point it out to the others when I send this message across. You probably know who you are, you high perceptive bastard.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
As you all enter the room, you all just see that this room is completely, like, it is a large map. And only one of you is able to see one thing that you are all now missing, which is the staircase. Dionysus, you see where the entrance is.
Did you send me something?
I was going to, and then I realized I should probably just describe this thing as it disappears to everyone's sight but yours. Kind of just like, I could just say that out loud. To everyone else, this room is empty. You see the circular area at the roof where the stairs should be, but the stairwell that you just left is gone from your sight. Dionysus, you do see it. Barely. Well, no, actually, pretty thoroughly. You can personally see it thoroughly.
I go and put a foot on it.
Yeah,
Again.
it's-
Still
the
there.
rest of the party starts seeing Dionysus, like, disappearing into the
Oh.
spot where you guys just came from.
Well, this is...
Wells, it's been a little minute since you've tasted this level before, but There's magic in the air. A lot of it.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Yeah, this
magic.
this is going to be interesting. We're getting to the interesting stuff. By the way, Wells, when we're done clearing the dangers, do you want to remove a bunch of those gems and gold from the walls?
Yes, definitely.
Oh yeah, you guys robbing this place too? Okay, I see how it is.
Oh yes, absolutely. It's not like we can come here often. We are going to take everything we can get. There's no creature in this room with us, though, is there?
No, and there is also no dust trail to follow.
This is going to be fun. Where's the ranger when you need them?
They are technically with you, but they are feeling a little uneased.
Yeah.
Not happy over the fact that the only room that they were able to fly in recently before this room was that large
Auditorium.
auditorium.
And there's 10 doors.
Yes.
I should have tried this before. I'm curious if that statue is going to still be there. I snap my fingers and my spider comes back.
Your spider comes back.
I just start sending him under doors. I don't want to be surprised.
Well, which door do you go to? We will start with number 1 at the top.
Yeah, we're just gonna go from the top and go clockwise.
Roll me a d10.
All right, D10. That is a 1.
As it goes into the door, it is now in a short hallway. It's about 6 feet wide, 8 feet long, and there is a door at the other end. It's a wooden
Goes
door.
to that. It's closed.
It is cracked open.
He's gonna scuttle through.
Inside the room is a library.
As I'm about to tell that to the others, I pause, thinking of Sorka.
The library that you're seeing is like it opens up into 2 rows of books going down, and the books are about 20, like the shelves are about 20 feet apart from each other, and it goes down about 40 feet, and there's a T intersection
In the library.
in the library.
I come back to my senses and I go, I don't see the Gorgon, but there's a library. We're looking for a book. It might be wise to go through. Anyway, in case we need to make an escape, we could get what we came for. Maybe.
Maybe that and some other stuff.
Your pockets are going to be full.
You know it.
Be on your guard. I haven't seen the Gorgon yet, but It doesn't appear to directly be in the library. There's a further hallway that I'll check out once we're in there while we raid it.
While Dio is going through and sending his familiars through these rooms, Cassius would like to listen for the sound of, metal hooves or anything.
You are not seeing any. You are not hearing any.
Shall we adjourn to the library before we check any of these other doors?
I'm all for that.
Of course you are.
Sure, let's go.
Let's get you some books. I'm going to carefully check the door for traps or anything before going through it, though. My spider likely wouldn't have set much off, but...
Give me a... Perception?
Perception, 17.
17. No, you're not seeing traps, but you do see a set of runes. Faintly carved into the door frame.
Do they seem to be active?
Yes.
Can I roll an Arcana to see their purpose?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's good. 21.
21. Yeah, these runes are active, and they look to be of... I have to look up the spell type real quick. They are conjuration.
Interesting. I can't tell what they're actually doing, though.
What was your total?
21.
21. Yeah, it seems to be a teleportation of some kind.
Like if you pass through, you're teleported, or...
That's probably what it seems. That's probably what it feels.
I go back to my spider and I try and have them walk all the way back out to this room.
When you get around to that first door, you go through that little hallway, and it is met with a stone wall.
I come back to myself, and you see me snap my fingers, and my spider appears on my shoulder. I go, well, if we go through, we can't get back to this room. I go inspect the other doors. Are the similar runes on every door?
Yes. Similar, but slightly different.
If we go through any of these doors, we can no longer access this room. We're teleported to another area. No wonder we can't hear anything. I send the spider in door 2.
Roll me a d10.
5.
The spider comes out of a door about 3 doors down.
It just walks in one and is immediately walking out of another.
Yes.
I go to the next door.
Roll me a d10.
5.
Comes out of the same door that it left that first time. That it came out of the that second time.
I send it back through the same door I just sent it through.
Roll me a d10.
1.
Comes out of the first door.
I send it back under the library door.
Roll me a d10.
7.
Comes out of the seventh door.
Oh no. Every time we pass through a door, we end up in a different spot. I think by opening the door, we might be able to lock it in, but
With your high roll, you're pretty sure that as soon as you open the door, it opens to wherever it will go to. Every time it's walked into darkness and then comes back out instantly. Like it walks through a veil of a thin veil. Doesn't
But
feel anything.
but it seems like the destination of a door is kind of random, but does it feel like each of these doors actually has a real destination, or
Yes.
does it feel random?
It feels like each of these doors has an actual destination.
Ugh. Do we go through to the library or try our luck somewhere else? Never mind, I already know the answer to that from Sorka. Oh shit. Is there anything else we need to do on this side before we go into the unknown? Anyone?
Tala also shakes his head no.
All right, I just walk over to that very first door and open it and hope I see the hallway.
You
That
just
leads to the
see
library.
when you open the door, it looks like there is a black curtain right in front of you.
Shit. I pull out a length of rope and ask everyone to grab onto it and the shoulder of the person in front of them. So we all hopefully end up in the same place.
Let's roll the d10.
This is gonna be fucking fun. Someone else roll this time.
It's a 4.
As you all walk through, you are all in darkness for a moment as you're walking down this hallway. The hallway is just wide enough for your hands until you all start coming out of this tunnel into a very large spherical, fairly spherical room, 60 feet across. Dionysus, you're able to notice that there is a staircase about 20 feet round that spirals up into the ceiling. But none of the rest of the party is able to see this. In this room, there are 10 doors. A mural
Fuck!
of a map is... There is a key. There is an answer.
I investigate the room here to look for any clues.
Roll me an investigation check. If anyone has investigation trained, you can assist him.
Anyone? I would like advantage on this.
Nope.
My familiar is going to help me.
Does your
By-
familiar have
No, it's going to use the help action. It's going to turn into a bird and fly in the air to, kind of get a panoramic view and try and point shit out to me.
All right.
Help action. You do this with your familiars too. Help on literally everything. You tried to have a familiar help you climb. All right, that was definitely useful. 19 on the investigation. The other one was a 3, so
19 on investigation. You do see that there is a interesting pattern that is spotted among all of the doors. And I'm going to send you a message and see if we can get this. Let's see if you can figure this out. And more specifically, orientate yourself to be able to make this work.
all right. Real life intelligence check coming up, guys. Do I throw myself in a dryer so I spin around?
The question is, can you sort that from...
And so we entered what we numbered door number 1 and came out which door?
Door number 4. There are 2 very particular answers that you could pick out of this. The question is, how do you think it answers? If you want to tell the party what knowledge you have, by all means, tell them.
There seems to be only one right answer each time. And I think every time you pass through a door, the correct door changes.
Note your investigation, these runes have not changed. Those are the, that is like the numerical runes that you can make up as you go around the room.
And we've entered 4 doors since I found the library the first time, right?
Correct. As a note, when you opened the door, when you came out the door that, when you came out of door 4, door 1 closed.
I almost think we just came out of the correct door.
Walk back in the door we walked out.
Yes.
Same pattern setup? Same pattern setup? Everyone
Yes.
together? Alright.
Yep.
Someone roll me a d10.
I got 1.
You
I
all-
also got a 1.
You all and open up that 4th, as you've numbered it, 4th door, and you walk into it. And shortly you hear a door close behind you as you pull a door, as you push a door open. And should I explain the room again?
The spherical room?
The spherical room that Dionysus can see a staircase in the middle.
Then what the fuck is the point of these numbers? with zero context.
Those
10
numbers
different
are on each of the doors. One of those numbers is on each of the doors. As you look around the room,
Okay.
starting at one particular door, that is the order that you see those numbers in.
So which door is the 5 over?
The 5 is set on door 1, as you've marked it.
Okay. So do we have to enter these in that order? In numerical order.
Give me a Arcana check.
18.
18. You're pretty sure that once you open a door, that sets up a portal. And you're pretty sure you can open up more than one door at a time.
So let's open up all the doors.
Okay. Here. This is hold on a second, guys.
This is a puzzle I've been wanting to drop for a while.
Dio sits there and thinks for a while, and he wraps the rope back up. He walks over to door number 2,
Okay.
opens it,
Okay. It stays open.
walks
see
over
it?
to
You see a,
walks over to door number 9, and opens it.
you see another thin veil in front of you, like a black veil.
Walks over to door 5 and opens it. As in, like, from where we initially started counting.
Yep.
Then goes to 7,
Okay.
then to 1,
Okay.
then to 3, goes to 8, goes to 4, goes to 10, and finally opens door number 6.
As you open up door number 6, you are staring down a hallway. In front of this down this hallway is, it goes about 8 feet, and there is a door in front of you. The door is open up all the way, and there is a large banquet table made of stone, chairs lining down this table. Also, all of you were able to hear a audible sound. I need to do that close to the mic.
I didn't hear it.
A
No, we can't hear that at all. It's treating that as outside sound.
Of course it is. A large whooshing sound, but a large but yet soft sound. It is fucking.
Well, it's not the fucking library, but it's somewhere.
Do you look through any of the other doors?
Yeah.
As you look around, door number 1, it's about 8 feet down, and that door is slightly cracked.
All right. There's the fucking library. So apparently somebody had cracked it before, but we used that one chance on a fucking familiar. Fuck this. I thought I was done with maths. Fucking 80 some odd years ago. God damn it. Alright. To the library. Let's go to the library.
I won't argue.
That was the original destination.
Yes.
There's a banquet hall over there, by the way.
Oh yeah, each of the rooms leads to about an 8-foot long hallway. Most of them are closed. All the doors at the other end are.
I'm pretty sure the Gorgon is in the banquet hall, but let's go ransack the library first.
Cool.
I don't know if we're going to be able to come back, but let's go ransack the library.
All right. As you go through that first door, do you close it or leave it open?
I leave it open
Okay. Yeah.
to try and keep the passage open.
As you guys get to the other side of the door, yeah, the door stays open.
Dionysus is going to wait there for a solid 2 minutes just to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
While
looking
the
into
others-
a room for 2 minutes.
Okay. Theo is frustrated after wasting like 15 minutes trying to figure out these fucking doors.
I thought you would like my little puzzle.
Combination locks on your fucking sanctuary. What the fuck? I never thought that we would be impersonating a key. It's what I have these for. And I wiggle my gloves.
So you get to the T intersection.
Well, there's a library right here,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I'm mentioning of the T section in the library.
I thought we were gonna inspect the library first.
Yeah, the library shelves go down to a T section and branch off to left and right.
I thought Sork was gonna be going through the first books because there's books.
Yeah, I'm
already.
going through like every.
We have not made it to the
set of
T section
shelves.
yet.
Yeah, there's
We
no
have
way.
not made it to the T section yet.
This library is massive. The books that you're coming across are various assortments from history books. All the books that you're currently at look to be of a similar author, but there are history and poetry and romance and fictional works of art. There are books with maps. This library is like a true Library of Alexandria, but on a much larger scale. There are journals in this library.
Get all of the maps you can find. I don't care that they're old, though. They're a good reference point.
Yeah, I'll take like a couple of history books, some of the map books for right now, figuring that hopefully we'll be able to get back here, or I'll be able to send some librarians here once everything is cleared out. To
Oh yeah.
even if we just keep everything here. So
I cast a detect magic and start wandering around the shelves.
Luckily, you got rid of that fucking room before you did that shit. Do you get to the T intersection as you're going, or?
At some point, yeah. Detect magic lasts for 10 minutes, so.
All right. Aside from the pings that you're getting off of the normal party, you're not picking up anything.
Okay. And then, yeah, I start scouting ahead of them at that intersection.
When you get to the intersection, it tees off to the left and to the right. The left one goes about 20 feet and then makes a hard right turn. The left one goes about the same distance and then makes a hard left, but you can tell that there's more book shelving to beyond that. Like, you can actually see around that corner a little bit. Was that just you scratching your eye, or is that you sending a message?
Oh, that was just me scratching my eye, actually.
Uh,
I wasn't trying to flip you off.
yet.
This one is me.
Oh, trust me, you will be soon. I swear, I know it.
I go to the left, and I walk up and I look right and see if I can see where the other one comes out, or if there's a wall there.
When you look around, you notice the bookshelf that is on that initial wall that you're at is double-sided. And there's another row of books about 10 feet ahead of you. And there's about a 10-foot square area and another T section to your left farther in.
Oh, it's a fucking maze of books. I retreat back to the first section and I start searching around for a map of this fucking library. Or of the compound. Just of where we're at. I want to see if I can try to find a map. It's a library after all.
It is a library after all. Give me an investigation.
Did they use the Dewey Decimal System? 22.
22. You do find a partial map of the first floor. And some of the second floor. And this book also has a bit of the third floor. And incomplete bit of the fourth. And some of the fifth. And on the sixth page, there's just a circle.
This place is fucking... We're never going to find everything in here. Shit. Does it include the magic room at all?
You're pretty sure you're pretty sure that's what the circle is on the sixth page.
Oh dear Lord. That wasn't second or third floor. No. It's the mystery. Excellent. Hey Sorka, you want to get lost in the library, or should we go find something else for now? Should we come back to this?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Do you think the codex is here?
Why wouldn't it be? And I'm just going to keep going through the shelves.
Hey, I turn to Wells, Tala, and Cassius, and I bring out like 4 stale loaves of bread. And I go, this place is a fucking maze. How about we all start taking different directions and leave literal breadcrumbs for ourselves to find our way back to Sorka here? And just go see if we can find anything interesting.
Yeah, actually, before Theo says this, while like everything else was going on, I have been just perusing the shelves, looking to see if there were any books on magical sentient weapons and how to break bonds and pacts with those.
Unfortunately, none in this section. As a note, these shelves go about 40 feet high. There is a top. The roof itself is about 60 feet above you.
Does the T intersection go all the way up to the ceiling?
None of these shelves go all the way up to the ceiling.
Oh, so the intersection is made of shelves?
Yes. When you said this is a library that is a maze, you hit it square on the head, my friend.
Okay. New idea.
Could we knock the shelves over?
No.
Hey.
Two.
New
No.
idea.
Hi.
My Umbra is in his owl form right now. I'm going to cast Detect Magic through Umbra. And send him flying deeper into the library.
All right.
Looking for the codex. He's going to dip down between the shelves so that he can get all the way to the floor with the radius occasionally, but try and make a quick pass and see if anything pings.
As Umbra flies around, there are occasional pings. Nothing of what you would probably mark as the Codex Myra.
But there are magic.
There is magic in this area. Also, you notice that there is in here a whenever you find a ping, you swoop down and look, and it's a dead person
With some of their items on them.
with some of their items on them.
Oh, we're gonna go scavenging.
You are definitely not the first. Roll me a either investigation or perception, whichever one you think would be best for trying to figure out what may have killed some of these people.
15 perception.
15 perception. Several of them are dead, holding a book in their hand. Different books.
Is it the books that are magical or items on their person?
Items on their person.
Okay.
The books around, they have stacks of books near them, and they look to have just laid down.
There's no injuries on them?
Not on those ones. You do find there are some that have injuries. Puncture wounds on some, slashes on others. Looks to have, you find one that looks to have several broken bones. Probably bludgeoned to death.
I turn to the others. Have any of you heard of a dangerous library before? How many bodies do I find? Just in that quick pass.
In that quick pass, you have gotten to 10.
There's at least 10 dead people in this library. Some of them, I think, starved to death, but there might be mimics or something in here, too. It'd be hard to fucking tell.
Well, let's go find what killed them.
Some of them have magic items.
Well, let's go take those magic items and then find whatever killed them and kill it back.
Sorka, do you want to come with, or are you busy?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I think she might be one that starves to death.
And you can hear like ladders like sliding. Because I'm assuming that because it's 40 feet tall, there are ladders on.
There are
Sliders.
ladders. They do not go all the way to the top, but you can reach the top shelf from them.
Okay. Yeah, so you hear ladders like sliding. I'm not opening any books. I'm just looking at spines and like pulling ones that.
Most of the spines are blank.
That's fine. Then I'm just like, this book seems like a good color.
Excellent. So yeah, I have Umbra kind of guide the rest of us to the nearest dead body that had a magical ping.
All right, I am gonna call it a little early so I can finish fluffing out this maze. I have a couple creatures that are in here, but
Yeah.
I'm wanting to make sure that I have them properly seated before sending you through.
But before you break us, though, as the rest of us head off, Sorka,
I mean, I will catch up with you eventually.
Yeah, Sorka, you just hear in your mind, as I cast message at you. I know you can hear this. We're investigating deeper. Be safe. There's danger abound.
I can take care of myself.
I know, just holla.
Yep.
All right. Well, this has been a very fun time. We should hopefully be back in 2 weeks. Depending on chaos. I hope that it is not my game that is interrupted, but I'm okay if it is. So until then, be well, roll safe, and we'll see you then. Bye.